Yeah, we have a theme every week, and just believing that, you know, that if you consistently wake up every day and work and make good decisions, you eventually reap a reward. Changing the mentality of this program of, we work hard every day. We do the things that it takes to win. Eventually, we're going to reap that reward. The good Lord doesn't promise you that you're going to get the reward when you want it. But he promises you that if you keep doing good, eventually you do get it. And, we believe in what we're doing. We believe in the way we work. We believe in each other. We believe we got a group of young men that'll lay it on the line for each other. We've proven that, last week in really tough conditions. And we just got to keep going, man. We got to keep building, this program and what we're doing and keep pushing it to the next level.
Coach, could you talk about how Ty's done this week and the situation at QB2 behind him?
Yeah, Ty's playing really well. He's continuing to improve. He's getting a better grasp of it. We're playing better around him. He's getting more comfortable. And then Jake Lang has moved up to our number 2 QB spot. He's just a guy that brings a ton of energy and a ton of, positive energy, work ethic, accuracy. And he's a young man that battles, and he's moved up into that spot. And Chandler Pittman's also mixed in there as well. So that's where we're at right there.
How did that come about? Obviously, that was a scout team guy coming in.
Yeah, performance. Yeah, just performance, right? Every day is a day to, your job's on the line every day. My job's on the line every day. Everybody's job is. So Jake has just consistently performed better than the other guys, so he's moved up the depth chart.
And you drew the comparison yesterday between Ty and Brett a little bit. I'm curious, have you spoke to Brett since you've been here, and is that something you would like to see Ty build a relationship with a guy like that, like Brett's done with other quarterbacks here over the
Yeah, I know Brett well, through all our Mississippi ties, and we have spoken a few times, and, got great respect for him. Reggie Collier's a guy that comes around a lot. Lee Roberts comes around a lot. I've got a great relationship with Jeff Kelly, and Dustin Allman. So there are a lot of Southern Miss great quarterbacks that come around a lot. Ty's mentality and the way he attacks the position reminds me more of Brett maybe than those other guys. But we've got a lot of great quarterbacks play here, and we've reached out to all of them and have got good relationships with all of them.
I want to ask you about Chandler Pittman. Obviously, his skill set. Can you just describe how unique it is, and you guys can kind of put him kind of all over the field?
That was one thing we told him when we recruited him, is we have proven to be able to use guys like him throughout our career, everywhere we've been. We talked about at West Georgia and West Al. We've had those type guys. At Tulane, we had those type guys in Amari Jones. And being able to use him in and out of the backfield because he's a special talent, but if he's in the wrong environment, he cannot be seen using all those. And he'll, for the next 4 years, he'll be in the backfield, out of the backfield, in the slot, catching the ball, handing the ball, running back kicks, playing quarterback. We'll use all his skills. And the big thing is he's a winner off the field too. He's got a great mom and dad. He had a great high school coach in Teddy Dice, and he just impacts people the right way.
Updates from Competition Tuesday and maybe some injuries. Obviously, Arvin Fletcher, I think there were some oars on the depth chart. Maybe that had to do with some guys banged up.
Yeah, so, John Bolding's continuing to get better at O-line. He's a guy that got here 2 days before camp. He's pushing to play more. Obviously, we talked about Jake Lang. Devin Thomas is a guy that keeps he's starting in 3 kicking game units now. Kalen Leonard has worked his way up in a lot of kicking game units. And Antavius Willis is starting in all 4 special teams units and playing at an extremely high level. So we got a lot of young guys that are continuing to get better and better and are getting more and more playing time, and we'll probably see that throughout the year.
Just touching on Rice a little bit, looks like they like to run the football, which I would imagine would be a good test for you guys, up front.
Yeah, they do like to run the football. Coach Bloomgren, a great coach, former O-line coach at Stanford and Delta State. I've known him for a long time, got great respect for him. It's a big game for them just like it is for us. We're both 1-3, starting conference play and need a win. I got great respect for how they play. They play their tail off in all 3 phases. They play extremely hard and they're extremely physical.
I was going to go back to Chandler. Obviously, he's a young guy, and you guys put a lot on his plate for a young guy. How do y'all go about prepping him during the week? Do y'all concentrate on one spot, like on a Tuesday, move him over here Wednesday and work him a little here, like at slot or back at running back?
So we started him off at receiver because receiver is just more of a learning your assignment position. Playing running back and quarterback is a more reactionary position. And so we wanted to teach him wide out first, because once you learn that, you've got it. So he came in and was with Desmond with the receivers. Then after that, we moved him in with Coach Joseph and me. Because now, if we move him out in the slot, that's just see the signal, oh, I got this route, done. But when you play quarterback and running back, you have no idea what you're fixing to run until the ball snaps. Because in pass pro, you've got to pick up based off the look. You know, in run game, the hole you hit's based off the look a lot of times, depending on the scheme. Quarterback, obviously, you have no idea what you're doing to the ball snap. It's a completely reactionary position. So we started him with the wide out. Now we've moved him to the other because it's a little more complex. And he's a smart young man, like I said, great family, great raising, and tremendously driven. He's got a bright future.
Coach, people make a lot of the accent when you speak. You're
Yeah.
obviously undeniably and unapologetically Mississippi. Do you
Yeah.
get that a lot? Have you heard any good impressions of the players? You know?
Man, I've lived in 9 states. I am what I am, man. I am what I am. I'm proud of what I am. Here's what I know. I wake up every day, and nobody has a worse day because they ran into me. And so the good Lord wanted me to talk like this. He made me short. I'm a little fat. You know, it is what it is. But what I can control is my interactions with people on a daily basis. And hopefully when I die, nobody ever says, man, I ran into Will Hall today. My day was worse because of it.
I want to ask you, there's a rivalry Friday night between Petal and Oak Grove. I know you know those two coaches pretty well. Can you just maybe comment on that ball game and what you kind of expecting from, you know, those two guys?
Yeah, so both of them are former teammates of mine. I grew up with Alan. Alan actually sang. So those of you who don't know, Alan's got a great voice. He sang in mine and Rebecca's wedding. Then Drew and I were teammates at UNA, won championships with both of them. They were both old linemen, which was the crew I hung out with. Got great respect for both of them, proud of both of their careers. That's a huge game for this community, and it's Mississippi high school football at its best. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I certainly root for both of them, and I thank the Lord of both of them.
Yeah. I follow up just quickly because it seems like offensive linemen really at every level make good coaches, head coaches particularly. What do you think it is about that position that kind of turns them into maybe good coaches?
Well, my dad said heaven's going to be full of O-linemen, right? Because they don't care. They work their butt off every day and sacrifice for somebody else to get the credit. And, you know, I think O-linemen are bred, you know, you have to be tough and you have to be unselfish and you have to be willing to go the extra mile for the greater good of everybody else around you, which is what a coach at his core is. A coach, if he's not in it to serve, then he's probably eventually going to get run out of the profession because he's going to get exposed.